podcast for entrepreneurs, specifically real estate investors. We are the Golden Ticket Podcast. Check us out at thegolden-ticket-podcast.com. I'm your host, Jesse Davis, and my man, Jason Will. He is the guy, the land guy. He's on Vegas talking. He's trying to figure his deal out right now. It's all land and yeah. So yeah, and how do you? That's what I kind of want to talk about is like too. If you don't use it, you lose it. So like I've been trying to do something different. So I'll work Monday through Wednesday. I try to work all day, but because I don't have a limited time. But when my kids are here, it's like now I'm in the dad. I got the dad hat on, and I forget. So what I'm trying to do now is get up early before them. At least come over here on my computer, do some research on some deals, get them ready to make calls on Monday. So I'm staying in the game. But I feel like if you get out of it, if you don't stay in it every day, somewhat, but you're only off a couple of days a week. So do you do it? I mean, you make calls on Saturday and Sundays too now.
Yeah, I was gonna
So
say, I don't know which version you're speaking of, because I know that I am working 7 days a week right now. And I think if you're not you in general, if you're not working 7 days a week, you're not gonna make it.
you got to be in it every day. You
Yeah,
got
I
to
think
be,
I think you gotta be able to do something every day. And
yeah.
I'm
I
not
mean,
like 60, I'm not that 70-hour guy.
so
Some
yeah, maybe if you're not doing something lead generating for money making activities, maybe on like when my kids are here, I can't do money making activities, but I can do something to get ready. But on the days that I have, I'm jam packing 8-10 hour days, like pushing all that. Is I only have that's what I have to do. We only have 3 days a week, so I work 30 hours.
remember the expression from last week? Sharpening that
What?
knife.
Yeah, oh yeah, the ninja, the samurai sword.
The Bushido knife. No, people have it twisted. They think you got to be working 8 to 10 hours a day, every single day, every
Yeah.
single day. I don't think you're going to make it. I don't think you can make it like that. I think you're going to kill yourself. So
I
that's
think certain people can. Yeah, I mean, certain individuals can, but also, yeah, it just honestly, I know it sounds crazy, but it just matters how bad you want it. I mean, if you want it, if you become obsessed with the business, then you're gonna work 10 hours. You're gonna be burnt out, but also you're gonna be like, you're fiending it, like a crackhead looking for that next deal, oh, another
yeah.
deal. I mean, you want it so bad, and maybe you don't do it 30 hours that every day for a length of time. Maybe you get a deal and it's a banger of a deal. You take a week off or two, you take a break, you know what I mean, and you enjoy yourself, then you get back to it.
Yeah.
But what's our topic today? Our topic was
What we did differently this year
different
was
this year. Yeah, definitely different
let
this
me
year.
segue. I'm like chomping at the bit here.
Yeah, come on.
So first thing I did, two things, three things. You ready? Got consistent with the frequency of the direct mail I sent, which is why I spend the time daily trying to build the list that goes out so that consistently there's 2,500 to 3,000 mailers going out.
Do you build that list yourself, or you have your VA do that?
No, she doesn't do that yet. I'm double checking, quadruple checking to make sure that the sales through rate, the STR, the amount of sold to actives is good enough so that I know if I get a deal in that area, it's going to move.
You said STR. What is that?
Sale through rate.
So it means, what does that mean?
You take the number of sold divided by the number of active, or I forget which way. In any event, that number comes out to a percentage. And that percentage indicates the strength and demand for that area so that you know if you get a listing in that area, it may not be 90 days you can move it, but you're going to move it in that 6 to 7 or 8 month window of time.
So that's your market analysis. That's what you do as far
That's
as
one of the
I'm
things,
going to
yeah,
do
from
this.
like the
It kind
STR.
of gives you, and then you might dig deeper after you get a good number. So what
Oh,
is that
yeah.
number you need to be?
So for
STR.
the sale through rate, it's got to be over 100%, like 115, 135%
Okay. And you said it's sold divided by actives?
active,
Sold divided by active. Okay.
right?
Gotcha. Okay.
And the other benchmark is how many actives are in the market.
hmm
So I need to see at least like 25 active properties in the market,
You say less than?
greater than.
Greater than 25. Okay.
So that's
Yes, you want some activity, but you don't want too many for sale. But then you also,
right. So
yeah,
that's
you
kind
can
of,
always dive deeper into like days on market, I guess. You go look at the actives and see how
but don't
long
get
they
too
they're left.
crazy. That's what I tell people.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't
Make
get
it
too
simple.
crazy.
Keep it simple.
Right. Don't get too. And for everyone that doesn't know this, Jesse is drinking a
Mm-hmm.
non-alcoholic beer.
Non-alcoholic, guys. So it's an IPA, but doesn't say it on there, does it?
It
Can you
just
see
says
it?
that. It just says
It
IPA.
does say, yeah. Where is it at, man?
It just
Oh,
says
it
it.
says it right there.
I'm telling you, my
Non
friend, we are all
non-alcoholic. It's backwards.
we're all waiting.
Man, I'm telling you, dude. I've had some really man. There's a few times it's been super hard, but I'll tell you what, it has gotten. Now it's way easier now. Like I go to the
Yeah.
store, I'm good now. I feel pretty good.
Good.
Um, it's certain instances, certain
Instances.
things, instances. It's certain. So you do certain things when I used to drink beer. So my brother came and visited me, and when he would come visit me, every time he come visit me, we would go to all the breweries. So he came and visit me actually 3 times in the past 2 weeks, and which he never comes. He's like 2 hours away, but each time I'm like, man, I was like struggling about not drinking beer, but then I just gotta get past those certain things, and then once I'm done, it's like another challenge might come where I don't know. I don't really do anything anymore, so I guess going to a restaurant where they serve draft beer that I used to drink beer at, then that might be kind of hard. But I don't go out to eat ever, so yeah, I don't do anything. I I don't spend no money, man. I try to like live super cheap. But yeah, keep going what you were saying. So
Yeah. Yes. My bad
your
for the
three
interruptions.
things that you do.
The other thing is, oh man, I'm thinking about the beer. Oh God, help me. Oh, agent outreach. So you got to look at like being an octopus, having your arms in a lot of different things where you can leverage yourself. So
Yes, good.
I am having my VA send out a minimum of 15 emails a day through all the counties. I'm getting such a crazy response from the agents of possibly just connecting with. And the gist
Yeah.
is, hey, listen, if we're interested potentially, if your seller's entertaining more than just a cash option, maybe we should connect. 9 out of 10 times they'll shoot it down, and that gives me the opening of, okay, great, maybe that, not that one, but maybe something else. Bam, I give them the criteria, and now I'm putting them in like a follow-up campaign so that if or when they get an opportunity of something that they need an offer, once again, I'm going to get my eyes in front of someone or something so that I can get an offer. Maybe, who knows?
That's a great that's a great idea that you're having her send 15 a day because it's like you're that's an easy thing that she can do, and then two, those are
Super easy.
free deals. Yeah, it's free. It's free
Super
marketing.
easy. Super easy. I'm
If you
just
get a
looking
deal,
for,
that's a deal coming to you. That's what I'm trying to say.
yeah, I'm just looking for the most, not only am I looking for the most cost effective way of finding deals, but if I'm in those counties and I've got something that I can't take down and I know that they want to sell it, I'm going to reciprocate. I'm going to give that agent that I've been emailing with, hey, I've got some that's interested in selling. I can't do anything with it. They need an agent. It's a small deal. I know what they're willing to take. See if you can get them more, and you'll come out as the winner. So it's becoming like a two-way win street for me and for the agent. And since I already talk their lingo, being a real estate broker,
Well, yeah, for sure. Gives you
it's
authority figure.
I'm coming in with a big advantage of what I know that they don't know that I know. What's
Yeah,
the third thing
I
I
mean, just saying you're a realtor with your, I'm sure you have your little pitch, your little thing on your email
Yeah,
whenever you sign it. I mean, they're looking at that like, oh, this isn't just some joker. He's the real deal. I'm gonna take him
yeah,
serious.
yeah,
And the ethics and everything that y'all have.
yeah. The other thing I think, and it's really just, I'm giving you a third thing only because the other third thing that I wanted to tell you, I kind of forgot, but I think that this one is just as pivotal. I spend an hour a day on education every day, 7 days a week,
That's good.
7 days a week. Either it's a
Smart.
podcast or I'm in a Discord group reading about something or Facebook reading something or comment. I am literally trying to find one way to get 1% better.
Yeah, I think that's huge. That's a huge golden nugget there. Because I tell you what, I used to listen to podcasts all the time, like
Why don't you tell
consume it.
everyone before you kind of ease into your segment? Because I think a lot of people think you and I do the same thing. We kind of do, but we don't.
Hmm. We don't. Yeah,
And
it's
I think
like,
people should kind of know just not only your three things, but I think the difference in why people are like, well, Jesse only works 3, 4 days a week, you know, for obvious reasons. You run a different business. Why don't you tell
hmm,
people so they get an idea? And who
okay,
knows? Trust me, I always think
yeah, I'll deep
I
dive
can't
into
do
it.
this deal. I got to give it to Jesse.
Yeah, I was gonna just, you were saying some stuff. I wanted to say a couple of things. You uh with the mailing, I might have a different another thing you might want to do that might be more of a small list that I'm gonna start doing, because of tax delinquent lists. Like I'm filtering lists out just for land, and then um I'm calling them obviously, but if I can't get a hold of them, then um I'm just gonna have to mail them. So that's what I'm gonna start doing. So I don't know if that's something you could possibly do. In Florida is like super easy to pull those tax delinquents. Like you just go online. In Texas, you got to pay for it. You got to email. Each county's different, but you guys, it's pretty easy. You could pull it, find tax delinquent, 5 years or more, filter out for just land. I just do by the address. If there's not if it says like county road 1519, then I know that's a piece of land. That's all I've been doing. I don't go through each one, but I don't know. It might be a little thing that you could do a small batch. I was gonna say something else. You were saying something at the end. I don't remember now, but I was gonna mention something else. Yeah. So I mean, what I'm doing is I'm pulling tax delinquent lists from counties, and I like this model because the list in Texas aren't that every county is different, but for the most part, you have to pay. Like for Houston, I had to pay Harris County $50 to get the CD. I had to,
CD,
um,
a compact
yeah, I
disc.
know. Yeah, and then I had to order a CD-ROM drive off of Amazon for $16 so I could even.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
computer
yeah.
doesn't have one. No one has them on the computers anymore. Um, so recently I just emailed, or today I emailed, which is College Station where A&M is. When I was working nursing, I was working out there, and the land and stuff out there is pretty valuable. So I just emailed them. They want $50. Um, the best ones to get are the people. So those are the ones you can't pull from PropStream. What PropStream is a data provider. You can't just go like if you have to pay for it, then you can't get it from there. So that makes me even more valuable. The best ones to get are the ones when you call and they're like, "What are you talking about?" And you gotta like walk them through it and talk to them. You're like, "Well, this one's really hard to get. No one's getting this one." But anyways, I pull tax delinquent. I go and then I Excel. Then I filter out um, 5+ years of back tax. I want 5 years or more. I don't care about how much they owe, just 5 years, and I try to filter out if the owner is deceased. But what I've been told by some of the big wig guys, I've been talking to them here recently, and they said, um, you kind of have to go file by file and look
What do
to
you
see
mean?
if they're passed. He says to go a little bit deeper. So in every file, if the owner is passed, most likely it'll say uh, Jesse Davis EST of, or it'll say Jesse Davis ETAL, which is et al. It'll say Jesse Davis ETUX, which is really indication that the owner's passed and it's in it. So it's still in the deceased owner's name. So then you got to track down the heirs to find out who is actually an heir, so you can get the title fixed. So then it's a marketable title. So they've been telling me to dig deeper because they said that I've been doing the Harris County, which is very competitive. I'm assuming everyone I talk to, it's not for sale. Like, yeah, are you aware there's $25,000? Just making sure you're aware. I'm trying to be polite. Yeah, we're aware. I'm like, okay. But the people I've been calling on this other county near my mom's house is super rural, and people are very want to talk to me. I can talk to people, have a conversation. They're not rude. It's not for sale. None of that crap. Um, I'm going off on a tangent here, but
No, it's okay.
the comparison though with the Harris County, they're so on top of their data and their stuff. Like the owners of those properties have not passed maybe 15 years ago, 10 years ago. Man, I'm telling you what, this new one I'm doing in Camp County, which is Pittsburgh, Texas. I'm doing just a land. The 90% of the owners I'm looking at are like fourth generation. Like they were born in like the late 1800s. They're so far back. I mean, like the person I'm calling is like their great grandfather. So like those deals have got to be super big for you to be able to track down all those heirs and make it a deal. Like I did find one guy, 200 acres, so it's probably worth fire sale. I don't know, thousand something like, or maybe more than that. I don't know, but the guy that I spoke to, very nice guy, but he's working on it. He's trying to fix it. And that's one thing Logan Fulmer, who teaches all this, said a lot of times these owners are already trying to fix it, and you kind of come in at last resort, and they can't fix it. So he doesn't know he says he knows what he's doing, but I don't think he does because he isn't. There's so many heirs, and I think he's trying to like weasel people out and get the deal done.
Okay.
But I don't think he knows what he's doing. I just said, hey, when do you think you'll have it finished? September, October, okay, or December latest? Okay, well, I'll call you then. And I was like, if you need, then I always offer help. If you need anything, this is what we do for a living. Text me, call me, send them my little contact on my phone, just to kind of, if you want to be helpful
Yeah.
in giving, like,
Yeah,
because
of course.
you don't want to seem slimy, yeah. Because I feel the people in Harris County, they think and I'm one of those. They said I'm one of those real estate investors. I'm one of those. That's what they say. Oh, you're one of those real estate investors. I'm like, I do buy real estate, but
Yeah,
I'm not.
right.
Anyways, we just have a bad name for ourselves now
Yeah, oh
because of
God, yeah.
spam and everybody's spamming everybody. I get spammed every day on all kinds of crap. Anyways, the
What
three things
else?
I did change this. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say,
What I,
what
I
else?
want
Tell
to
me
say.
what else.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Tell me what else you do, my fine feathered.
Tell me what else you did. So, I love this model because it's low. I spend about $110 a month on different stuff, but it's like nothing. I use my iPhone. My brother just came down. He's 40. I'm trying to get him into it, get him to do the research part, and I can make the calls and eventually get him in. But I'm trying to tell him, I'm trying to pump it up, but also give him expectations. Anyways, but yeah, so the things I changed this year, really, man, I think and here in the past a month, I've grown a ton. I mean, haven't I stopped drinking. I haven't drank in like 22 days. Um, and I'm a believer in Jesus. Like my faith has grown. I got baptized on Sunday. I mean, like I feel like my whole life has made a huge trajectory, which has pushed me to do more calls consistently, market more. I kind of have that faith and that I have that mojo back. Like I just feel excited and I feel so convicted about success now. Like I'm so convicted that I'm going to be successful. Like before I had doubt, but I now just feel so convicted. I think when you get convicted in this business is like
Conviction.
that is a huge what's that conviction? Yeah, when you're convicted of something, you it's a felony. You don't want that. I have one of those. But when you
Yes.
get convicted about something, you are come a I mean, you become you believe it's already happened. Like you just believe it and you're just so driven. Like I just know every list I pull, no matter there's gotta be a deal in there somewhere. And that's kind of what I believe. Like there's a deal in that list somewhere. There's a deal in Harris County, there's a deal in this in a camp. I just gotta look for it and I gotta
Yeah.
find it, you know. So it's
Yeah.
gotta
I
be
agree.
so that's one thing I just changed. I feel like my mindset and who I am now I feel like I'm the way I was last year till now, man, I am just like so different. My mindset, I'm focused. I'm a better person, a better dad. I'm more have more patience. I'm happier. Have joy. I don't get frustrated as much if something happens. I'm just like, I mean, I have my times, but I try to use a lot of different transformation vocabulary and stuff like that. Like if I get angry, I'm like, I'm a little bit peeved. I'm a
Myth.
little bit peeved right now. You make up funny words. Don't say you're angry or frustrated because then you will be frustrated.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
say you're tired, you will be tired. So that's things that I've done. I feel like just my body in general, just me in general has changed a bunch, and I just know that success is gonna happen this year. I'm gonna move forward this year. I'm gonna make more money this year. I'm gonna have more fun doing it. That's a big thing too, guys. Have fun doing it. Enjoy
Yeah.
the journey. Don't get frustrated. Get yourself on the phone. It's hard the first time, but or doing this stuff is hard because you get uncomfortable. But just do it, and then you will get comfortable, and then
Let's
you'll
talk
have
about
just
fun
have
just
fun.
for a second. Yeah. I
Yeah,
just
let's
want to kind
yeah,
of,
let's have fun. Yeah, I love having fun.
we kind of talk about this during the course of the week when you and I connect, but we very rarely get a chance to have fun. And I think, I'm sure you would agree, and you'll probably add your 2 cents. This is a fun business. This is a fun business. I mean, from your background coming as a nurse and having to see it do that grind, and my background having to schlep people in a car, so to speak, to see properties, you know, you and I both agree. Yes, being your own boss comes with a lot of responsibility, but conversely gives you an opportunity to be who you are and that fun person, to enjoy it, to make the most of it, because it's a lot of work and you got to have fun. What do you think?
I agree. I mean, like, yeah, because my brother literally, he's an entrepreneur too. And he texts me today. He's like, I'm just bummed. I was like, what's up, man? He's like, man, just works here and there. He does like handyman stuff. He likes to build stuff with wood. It's like works here and there. Um, I'm just like, dude, I was like, entrepreneurship is literally the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I said, even harder than nursing school. Like, it's been the hardest thing ever
Yeah,
because you have to hold yourself accountable. But yeah, but having fun and that you forget to have fun because you're like, oh, I have to work, 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 but have fun doing it.
yeah,
Like, I'll play Christian music like while I'm making calls, or um, I'll just like my brother was here yesterday, and we're always goofy as heck. We were as kids, but I was joking around with them while my phone's dialing. I mean, like even if there's nobody here with you, but like you gotta if you you gotta find something that you like to do. If you don't like doing it, then don't do it. Like I got like texting the landowners. I was so over that. I didn't. I feel like I was bugging people. I was spamming
yeah,
them. They don't want me texting them. I'm just tired of it, man. I'm just like
sure.
I want to. I didn't enjoy what I did. This, like, man, I enjoy it. I have fun. I love the research part. I love when I call someone and they're like, and I'm naming off their family members they're like they're probably like, dang, this guy knows my great grandfather, and then like, dang, okay. And it's just it's kind of a cool thing to do, and the conversations are way better because you're not really talking about the land, what it's worth, and you're talking more about the family and you're trying to get a lot of information from them. But I'll tell you one thing that I do in the business now is that um, I when you're making the calls, like before, maybe I do a bunch of research, but now I just find an error and make a call. And that's what they say. It's the same thing in all the businesses. It's like do the money generating activities, which is get on the phone and talk to people. And the more people I talk to, it's like all of marketing and real estate. The more I talk to, the more likely I'm going to get a deal. But also, it's narrowing down and being efficient and picking the right ones. So with the land, that's what I'm doing now. I'm like, look, I'm trying to find the lowest hanging fruit. So land is going to be lowest hanging fruit because no one lives there. It's tax delinquent, so it probably has a bunch of heirs, or probably the, the individuals don't know about it. The main thing is no one lives there because a lot of times you might have a deceased owner and then it's tax delinquent, but there's a family member, there's a relative living there, even though it's like $50,000 in back, taxes. There's still someone living there, so they say stay away from that because then you got to try to get that person out. So I just want like a land because I love land. It's the lowest hanging fruit, and
Yeah,
um,
I agree.
there's no, it's awesome. So that's what I've been focused on now. Is I'm like, I need to get a deal, and Harris County has been super hard to talk to people, get a hold of people, and if I do get a hold of them, they're cussing me out. So I'm trying to focus. And I think when I went to Camp County, I made a mistake. Not a mistake, I guess, but I went too rural. So I went from a metro to super rural, which is good for larger tracks, but I'm not finding a lot of larger tracks like I was hoping. So now I'm going to go to more small town, 100,000 people, 120. You know what I'm saying? Those are good. They have good margins as far as market value, and then also not everybody's blowing these people up like I would a metro
Yeah.
area. So that's one thing I have changed. And just one thing real quick, and I'll let you talk.
No, I'm just
From
listening.
Tony Robbins, I know we don't have much time, but from Tony Robbins, what he says about goals is, and I thought about it just earlier, have a goal, be convicted, certain that this is going to happen. There's no other options, and be and then it's step two is take massive action towards that goal, consistently massive action. Third, he says, uh, be ready to change your approach if what you were doing wasn't a working. So like what I'm doing, I'm changing my approach of what I'm doing. I did Harris County, I'm in camp. Okay, well now I need to change my approach and go towards the other thing and listen to people. And I'm listening to people that are already doing it, that are solopreneurs. And the guy said, I didn't really listen to him at first. I did Harris County. He said, go outside of metros, 45, 90 minutes. He said, 5+ years tax delinquency. Um, and that's what he was telling me. He said, focus on deceased owners. Don't veer off of there, and you don't want too many heirs. He said 7 heirs is the most. Don't try. He says look for the easier deals for right now. But I didn't listen to
Yeah.
him. I still worked on Harris because I already pulled it. So, anyways, but listen to people who are already doing it.
Yeah.
I think that's super. If you get, and this is free information he's giving me. I didn't pay this guy for a coaching program.
Yeah.
Super go giver, man. Anyway, I met him. I met him at an event, guys. So go to events, but network. That's the main thing you want to do there. Is
And you know
network. Get
what?
out
I
there.
think the bigger thing as well, it's funny you should say something. By practicing the this versus this, I think people need to listen more because there's a lot of hidden gems in the spoken word. I think a lot of people they want to get their story out, their point out, and they're missing so much good stuff. That's what I've learned. Like even listening to you, it's like, no, I'm not gonna wait. I want to wait. And as you were talking, I was learning stuff about your business, and whatever it was that I was going to say was pointless. Listen, that's the point. That's the point I want to make. Have fun. That's the other point. And
Mm-hmm.
reevaluate. Don't let years go by before you make changes. Thank God we've got some time. We're coming into the halfway point of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that this was a great topic for us to discuss, which is what we've done different so far in 2025. Jesse, you know where we're going right now. Take us there, buddy. Take us there.
I'll say one more. I'll say one more thing. People want stuff overnight. I'm the same way. But go back and look where you've came from. I looked back in February. I didn't even know what the heck I was doing. I pulled a list, but I know how to do any of that. Now look at me. I know how to research people. I can research a lot quicker than I could before. I know what to say on the phone, but all that changed because I consistently, not as I should, but I've I've done stuff to that point. Now I'm like, dude, a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, this time next year, where am I going to be if I consistently do it? So think about that, guys. It's hard taking the first step, but consistently do stuff. And if you don't do it, it's okay. Just don't give up and just keep going. Get yourself in a good mind space. I think that's super important. That's why I feel like I'm about to blow up because I've done a lot of things for myself to make myself better, and I just feel like that's gonna slingshot me to where I want to go. And I want to give. I want my brother to be in here. I want all that stuff like that. But, anyways, guy, this was a good one. I
Yeah, for
enjoyed the
sure.
whole. This is probably my favorite one. I feel like we just talked and we just had a
Good
normal
stuff, brother.
conversation.
Good stuff.
Yeah, man. So we are the golden ticket podcast.com. That's where you can check us out at. You can JV with us. If you have a deal, send it over. There's a form there. We'll look at it. We'll partner with you, or we'll give you some insight to help you out any way we can help. If you want to be on our show as a guest, there's a form there as well. And then if you want to check me out, I'm Jesse Davis REI at Instagram, Jesse Scott Davis on Facebook, and I changed my profile pic, so it's just a handsome picture of me and not my daughter anymore, just me.
And I
And
could
just
care
think
less
that's
about
it.
where you find me because as long as you get a hold of Jesse, you're probably going to get a hold of me.
That's true, man. All right. So next week, guys, we'll be back every week. We're not stopping. We'll figure a topic, or we'll just sit here and ramble. We don't care.
Things to talk about.
Dude, we're going to talk. This is going on for the rest of our lives. You're going to see us with gray beards. Or I have a gray beard and old, all that stuff.
I don't know about that whole part about the gray and the this and the that. But we'll be around for a while.
Well, you have a little bit of gray, I see. You have
fair.
gray. You said it was black. You said
fair.
you lied to me. You said you had a black. Oh, okay. All right. You still look young, man. You're 10 years. You're 10 years older than me.
Brother. Listen.
All right, man.
Love you.
Love you too, brother.
We're out.
My man. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Adios.
Adios.